In the energy markets today, natural gas jumped about 2% on the highs, came off a little bit to finish the day up right around 1.75%. But it did fail at the 50-day moving average. That's a little bit of a sell-off that we saw later in the day that took it from up over 2% down a little bit in toward the end of the day. Again, the 50-day moving average acting as resistance. It's only in the last 2 weeks or so gotten above the 50 and then closed above the 50. It immediately compressed back down. But overall, the trend is starting to turn. We're now up 3 sessions in a row on natural gas. Weather demand is expected to be moderate to high as a cold front starts to come through. The plains, the Midwest states, the Rocky Mountain area is all going to drop in temperature, especially overnight. The southeastern states and some of the southern states around Texas expected to stay mild, but the cold weather coming through the plains is expected to last in for the next few days. One quick pop of heat and then back to cold weather with the sort of mid-south states getting colder weather and rain. So the natural gas demand is expected to increase from moderate to high as the next sort of 10-day period goes on. And lastly, we had a EIA this week. We had an 86 billion cubic foot build, which was less than the 5-year average, and therefore less than expectations of about 89 billion cubic feet. But we have now swung to a surplus in inventories, 28 billion cubic feet surplus. If you remember back about 8-9 months ago, we had an over 500 billion cubic foot deficit, and we've been slowly eating away at that to the point where we now have a surplus. So that failure at the 50-day moving average may be something that sustains based off of that surplus, but weather can be a wild card, so you never know when that demand is going to jump from moderate to high to flat out high demand. So that should be watched with natural gas. As always, the weather, one of the bigger factors.